In September 2025, the security environment in Eastern Europe experienced a sharp escalation when multiple drones crossed into Polish airspace during a wave of coordinated strikes targeting Ukraine. This marked a serious breach of NATO's territorial integrity, prompting an immediate military response from air units stationed in the region as part of the alliance's deterrence and air policing missions. Among the first to respond were Dutch F-35A Lightning II fighter jets operating from Poland under NATO command. These aircraft belong to the Royal Netherlands Air Force's 313 Squadron, which had been deployed to Poznan-Krzesny Air Base for a 3-month rotation starting in early September. The deployment, scheduled as part of ongoing NATO operations, took on added urgency as threats to NATO airspace materialized in real time. On the night of September 9 to 10, several drones, originating from the east and flying a westerly path, entered Polish airspace amid a broader Russian campaign targeting Ukrainian infrastructure. Some of the drones flew deep enough to force temporary shutdowns of civilian airports, including major hubs like Warsaw Chopin and Rzeszów-Jasionka, the latter of which plays a vital role in the transit of military and humanitarian aid to Ukraine. This was not the first airspace violation during the conflict, but it was among the most serious, and it marked the first known instance in which NATO fighter aircraft actively engaged aerial targets over alliance territory since the beginning of the 2022 invasion. Dutch F-35s, operating in tandem under standard NATO quick reaction alert procedures, were scrambled to intercept the drones. These stealth fighters are equipped with a suite of advanced sensors, data fusion capabilities, and long-range targeting systems that enable them to detect, track, and engage aerial threats well before they reach sensitive zones. During the operation, at least one drone was destroyed by a Dutch F-35 using its onboard weapon systems. The engagement occurred under strict rules of engagement designed to minimize collateral damage while ensuring the security of NATO member territory. Following the operation, reports emerged showing that one of the F-35s involved had been marked with a drone silhouette beneath the cockpit canopy, a symbolic but significant indication of an aerial kill. This marking represents the aircraft's successful engagement and destruction of a hostile airborne system in defense of NATO airspace. While such markings are more common in historical conflicts involving traditional air-to-air combat, their appearance on a fifth-generation multirole stealth fighter in a modern European theater highlights the changing nature of warfare, particularly the increased presence of unmanned systems as frontline threats. This event is more than just a tactical engagement, it carries strategic implications. It reinforces NATO's posture of active deterrence and rapid response. The Dutch contribution, while numerically modest, reflects the alliance's core principle, collective defense. Even smaller allied nations equipped with modern capabilities can deliver high-impact results in critical moments. The use of the F-35 in this scenario also underscores the importance of maintaining advanced, interoperable systems across NATO forces. The platform's connectivity allowed it to operate seamlessly alongside other assets, both in the air and on the ground, to identify threats and respond effectively. The shootdown also sends a clear signal to any actor considering the use of unmanned systems to test NATO's resolve or reaction speed. The alliance's eastern flank, often viewed as the front line of its deterrence mission, is not a soft target. The rapid engagement by Dutch forces demonstrates that NATO aircraft are not only monitoring the skies but are also empowered and capable of taking decisive action when required. This is particularly relevant in an environment where hybrid warfare tactics, including the use of drones for reconnaissance, harassment, or disruption, are increasingly employed. In operational terms, the incident serves as a case study in modern air defense strategy. Traditional radar systems and surface-to-air missile batteries remain essential, but the ability to pair them with manned aircraft like the F-35 allows for far more dynamic and flexible defense operations. Aircraft can be vectored toward unknown threats, positively identify targets, and take proportionate action in minutes, not hours, reducing the window of opportunity for hostile systems to complete their missions. Beyond the tactical and operational implications, the engagement also boosts the credibility and morale of NATO's collective defense initiatives. Member nations can point to this incident as a clear example of readiness translating into real-world action. It reinforces Allied trust in shared defense structures and justifies continued investment in high-end capabilities. For the Royal Netherlands Air Force, the kill marking on the F-35 symbolizes not only operational success but also the country's direct contribution to the security of the European continent. This engagement also marks a new chapter in the operational history of the F-35 program in Europe. While the aircraft has been deployed in various theaters and conducted numerous missions in contested environments, this is one of the first publicly acknowledged air-to-air engagements conducted by a European-operated F-35 under NATO authority. It affirms the aircraft's growing role not just as a sensor or intelligence-gathering platform, but as a combat-proven tool capable of defending territory when threats escalate beyond the threshold of passive deterrence. Looking ahead, the significance of this event may grow even more pronounced. As drone incursions become more common and as near-peer competitors continue to test the perimeter of NATO defenses, similar engagements may become a more regular feature of alliance operations. What this shootdown illustrates is that NATO is not passive. It is prepared, forward-deployed, and willing to respond when the line is crossed. In this broader strategic context, the Dutch F-35's role in neutralizing a hostile drone is not an isolated incident, it is a message. It shows that all NATO members, regardless of size, play a role in maintaining the alliance's security architecture. It also underscores that technology investments like the F-35 yield real, immediate returns when lives, sovereignty, and territorial integrity are on the line. The incident stands as a reminder that readiness is not theoretical. In today's environment, it's operational and essential.